Hey guys, what's up, folks? Anyone here? See, that's a fair question. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Hello, folks. Can anyone hear me or see me? Hello. From the beautiful city of Charlotte in North Carolina. Where are you guys located at? Where are you guys from? I should be live already, huh? We can hear and see you. There you go. There I am. What's up, folks? Virginia, Arnold. What's up, buddy? Jolanda. Welcome. SK. Apostle 06. There you go. Tiva Gate. Jana. Elvin Cash. Arnold Bailey. Elvin, you guys are asking about my Discord. Yeah, so let's get that out of the way, guys. You know that I have been running my own Patreon for almost 4 years in Spanish. This has been an issue, guys. Take a look. Over here, you guys can see my Patreon. These are the trades that I took today. And I am live streaming throughout the whole trading sessions for the members of my Patreon in Spanish. But all the information that I post here, because Yolanda and Elvin are asking about this. So all of the information that I post on my Patreon in Spanish is obviously written and spoken in Spanish. So most of you guys, a lot of you guys, have signed up throughout, I don't know, the last 3 years for my Patreon in Spanish, and I have ended up reimbursing you the money. Why? Because you don't understand anything. But on multiple occasions, guys, a lot of you guys, hey Alvaro, I just joined your Patreon, but I don't understand anything. Of course, none of you was going to be able to understand anything because it is written and spoken in Spanish. So I ended up reimbursing you guys the money, but last week I started a Patreon in English. You guys can actually or you have the link in the description box of this video, of this live stream. And the idea of that Discord, guys, is basically being able, oh, hold on here. Hold on. I need to extend my screen. Hold in there, guys. Hold in there. And let me show you quickly here. So let me show you. Okay, there it is. So the idea of this Patreon and Discord, for that matter, is being able to be in touch with you guys throughout the trading sessions, which is something that I cannot do on Chris Saint's Discord. It's impossible, guys. We are like 30,000 people. It's impossible, you know. So take a look. This is the Discord, and I am also now rating the trading session for you, as I do it on Chris Saint's server. And we have, let me show you the main chat. Take a look. There you go. So we are only a few people as of now on the new Discord. And take a look. I am super active over there, and you guys can ask me about any stocks, or you guys can ask me about whatever you want. I am also obviously calling out some trades. Take a look. So today we were trading Oklo over here, as you guys can see. And most of you guys are asking me about the indices, about the SPY. Like, hey, Alvaro, how can I trade Tesla here? What do you think about Google? What do you think about this or that? And we are only, as I just told you guys, only, you know, like, we got to be like 40 or 50 people, not a lot of people here. So this allows me, guys, to be in touch with you guys, as I just said, throughout the whole trading session. So if any of you wants to join the server, then again, in the description box of this video, you have the link if you want to do it. And guys, I had zero intentions of starting a Patreon in English, but this became an issue. A lot of you guys signing up for my Patreon in Spanish, and all of the information is either written or spoken in Spanish. So none of you was understanding anything. So I had to do this. Take a look. Queen Wolf is typing as of now. Let me share with you guys the link If any of you wants to join our new Discord, if you don't want to sign up, that's okay because I'm still active on Chris Saint's server. But for the most part, guys, my intention again was starting this server in order to be able to be in touch with you guys. As you guys can see, I am super active here because I am still narrating the trading session in Spanish for the members of my Patreon in Spanish. But since we are not a lot of people here on the new server, I am able to answer all of your questions. I can ask all of the messages that you send me via Patreon or Discord. So this is allowing me to be like more in touch with you guys. So let me share with you guys the link over there on the description box, in the description box of this video, and let's move on to what happened today in the markets, guys. Let me share here let me share with you guys the link. And yeah, I just wanted to get this out of the way because I thought that some of you guys were going to be asking me about this. Today was my first day in the Discord. A lot of very useful information. Nice, Arnold. Thanks. Yeah, I am super active there. Today we took some trades together. That's the link of the new Patreon. There you have it. Today we were talking about Oklo. Let me see. I told you guys about Oklo earlier on today, and I actually got some shares. I closed that trade as well. We were also keeping an eye on Google, and they traded Google. Some of the guys on my Discord in English were able to follow that trade as well. And by the way, guys, keep an eye. Let's move on to the information about what happened today in the markets. The link, there you have the link. Okay, I love how active you are. That's why I asked for Discord. Yeah, I am super active, guys. I am a full-time trader. This is what I do for a living. So I am working in regard to the market since 6 a.m., 5:30 a.m. until 5 or 6 p.m. That's it. This is what I do for a living. So I am super active. Super active. Yeah. I have a Patreon in Spanish, a Patreon in English. I am also posting very useful information, I would say, for you guys on Chris Saint's Discord, as you guys can see over here. And speaking of the markets, let's take a look at these guys. And I think that I also shared this information with you guys on Chris Saint's Discord. Take a look at the time, guys. 8:20 a.m. This was my pre-market commentary today. Look, 8:20 a.m. Or was it earlier? Let me see. No, today. So take a look. I said, no, this was yesterday. My bad, guys. I am lost here. Hold. So today, take a look. My first pre-market commentary was posted at 7 a.m. What did I say here, guys? Take a look. I was warning you guys, and this is something that I have been telling you about on both servers, guys, to keep an eye on the SPX, the cash index of the S&P 500, because the S&P 500, guys, has been hovering around this very important fat number, 6,000 points. I have been telling you guys about this number, but take a look at these guys. I told you today at 8:39 a.m., pretty much 8:40 a.m. The bulls still have a tough, there's a typo here, guys. Yeah, my bad. Let me correct this. There was a typo here. A tough. There you go. Oh, my bad. I am doing like 1 million things at the same time. Okay. The bulls still, there's still a mistake here. Damn it. My bad. Tough you. There you go. Now we're talking. Okay. The bulls still have a tough potential level of resistance between $601.95 and take a look. 603.20. $603.20. I got to ask you guys, what was today's high? Does anyone know? What was today's high, guys? Let's pull up here the 1 day, 1 minute chart of the SPY. Take a look at today's high, guys. 603.40. And I warned you guys pre-market at 8:40 a.m. that this zone was going to be a tough one, more likely than not for the bulls. The bulls still have a tough potential level of resistance between 601.95 and 603.20, $603.20. This was the session high, guys. This is a very tough level, guys. So tomorrow at 8:30 a.m., and I was telling you guys about this, we have the CPI data report coming out. It is an important inflation report, and today you guys will see the talking heads on CNBC and Bloomberg talking about inflation and talking about the Federal Reserve. We couldn't care less about that report itself, guys. We don't care about it. Nothing, zero. It isn't important at all. Do not waste your time watching stock market videos about macro information, guys. It's useless. That's what we have the technical charts for. We don't need any macro data information or analysis. It's bullshit. Why is it? Because we have the technical charts. So the CPI data report comes out tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. So we need to wait. What are the markets are going to do with the report? We don't care. I actually stayed market neutral into tomorrow's CPI data report. Yeah. And well, we'll see what the markets do, and we will be either, I don't know, going long the SPY or maybe buying puts. We'll see what happens tomorrow, but keep in mind that that report could be a market mover. It could be, I don't know, maybe it ends up being a nothing burger. I don't know. But it usually moves the tape, so that is something to keep in mind. But I warned you guys earlier on today, before the trading session opened, about 603.20. And the session high ended up being $603.30. I was in the ballpark. So, in my opinion, guys, and I don't want to, spend a lot of time on the SPY, if the bulls burst above $603.20 tomorrow, or I don't know, or maybe, I don't know, throughout this week, let's just put it that way, in my opinion, and I don't have a crystal ball, the likelihood for us to see all-time highs in 1 or 2 weeks is very high, in my opinion. I could be mistaken. And if I happen to be mistaken, I'm good with that, because this will not be the first time that I am mistaken, obviously, right? So I have a level to the downside that if happens to be visited, and put this down on a sticky note, guys, and I warned you guys about this level earlier on today. If we happen to see maybe, I don't know, tomorrow or throughout this week, $595, I might be a buyer of the SPY in regular market conditions. Say that all of a sudden they pull the rug out, guys. Not based on bad news, or not based on a panic event, or because Trump said this or Trump said that, or I don't know, or maybe Israel attacked Iran or something like that. Because remember, guys, I don't pay attention to the macro data or to the macro news or I don't pay attention to the geopolitical stuff either. But when there's panic in the markets, the potential levels of support that we can spot on any given technical chart might not be acting as such. So you have to be aware of that, guys. That when the markets act out of panic, we have to be very conservative when it comes to our technical analysis. I am obviously always going to be basing, or my trading decisions will always be based on my technical analysis, obviously, right? But you guys have to recognize that, I don't know, maybe tomorrow we get bad news, or I don't know, the CPI data report comes super overheated, and that implies that the Fed will not be cutting rates, and the markets panic because Trump is going to get in a fight with Trump, and we are headed to a recession. You guys know the drill, okay? And all the all the dynamics that could be moving the markets. So if that were to happen, maybe the level that I am telling you guys about, $595 on the SPY, might not be acting as support. But in regular market conditions, if we happen to pull back throughout this week, not based on a panic event or not based on an event that the markets are not waiting for, I am a buyer of the SPY near 595. But on the flip side, if tomorrow they happen to like the CPI data report and they gap up, if we start closing candles on a daily basis, say that tomorrow we close above $603.20, and the next day the same thing, I think that we are going back to all-time highs more likely than not. That's all I can say about the SPY. And take a look at this 4-hour chart, guys. The trend is up. Look. Above all the moving averages. 50, 100, 200, 25 DMA upward sloping, which is rising as of now. This short looks bullish, and the trend is your friend until the very end. The trend is your friend until she throws your stuff out the window. That's it. So, Jermaine is in Ohio. There you go. A bit far away from me. There you go. Positive by nature. Wow, that's a very nice name, bro. Positive by nature. I love it. Texas. Awesome. No one from North Carolina? No one? Near Charlotte? Yeah, the other day I got together with some of you guys. It was super fun. How'd it go? Yeah. CHZ Toast is in Charlotte. Have we met, bro? We should meet, man. Yeah. Yeah, if any of you is nearby, yeah, send me a DM. I have met with some of you guys here in Charlotte. Yeah. In order to talk about the markets and stuff. And the people that I have got together with know that I don't charge you guys anything for that. If you want to get together with me and, sit down with me for a couple of hours in order to talk about technical analysis and stuff like that, I am more than willing to do it. Yeah, I have gotten together with some of you guys here in Charlotte. I love it. Okay, please drop a comment down below and let me know what stocks you want me to go over. In the meantime, guys, so what happened today? No, this is not what happened today. I mean, this is what happened today on my Patreon because we were very active today. When it comes to the markets, green day across the board, guys. The Russell 2000 went up 0.56%. The Nasdaq up 0.63%. The S&P up 0.55%. And the Dow Jones up 0.25%. That's it. Green day across the board. If we take a look at the sectors that trade inside the S&P 500, take a look. Most of them closing in positive territory, guys, led by energy. Up 1.78%. Communication services up 1.26%. Google had a good day today, right? Yeah, it did. Meta and Google are the two most important holdings inside this sector. Consumer discretionary up 1.19%. Tesla had a super monster day today, or a super positive day today. Healthcare is starting to catch a break here. Up 1.16%, and the only sector that closed in negative territory was industrials, down 0.41%. A very solid day across the board, guys, for the most part. Yeah, so nothing to complain about the markets. The trend is up, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what they decide to do with the CPI data report tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Okay, Tessie, let's go over Tessie. What a good day, huh? Tesla. Take a look. I am also posting a watch list on our Patreon in English, by the way. So Tesla went up today 5.67%, and it closed the trading session at $326.09. So take a look, guys. As of now, the only potential level of resistance that we can point out here in the case of Tesla, what a reversal, guys, since last Thursday, is the 20-day moving average. Take a look in pink. The 20 DMA is signaling as of now $335, and it is coinciding with a previous level of support for Tesla that acted as such back in mid-May. So this is the next potential gap to the upside. As of now, guys, and you know that Tesla was very, it was negatively affected by the Elon Trump drama last week. So as of now, we can make a case that the dust has settled. Okay, so Elon hasn't said anything negative about Trump after Thursday, and pretty much the same thing goes for Trump, right? He hasn't been saying anything negative about Elon since last Thursday. So from that standpoint, from the bromance breakup, that's good news, right? Now, we have the Robotaxi event taking place on Thursday. So we can obviously make a case here, guys, that we are seeing a front running of the Robotaxi rollout, which is taking place on Austin in Texas on Thursday. I saw a video today of a Model Y driving itself in Austin, but only one, right? So I guess that the risk here, guys, is a sell the news type of situation on Thursday. It's a risk. Yeah. They could sell the news. It's possible. So Tesla is up, guys, since last Thursday. Let me show you. 21%. Yeah, the risk of a sell the news type of situation here is real, guys. You gotta be careful, especially if you're doing weekly options. You gotta be careful. From a technical standpoint, putting aside the Robotaxi rollout on Thursday, the bulls have made a lot of progress here, guys. Take a look. And I was discussing this with the members of my Discord earlier on today. Take a look. Over here, we can see two anchored VWAPs. And you guys know that I use a lot anchored volume weighted average price lines. So this one that I am pointing out with my mouse happens to be an anchored volume weighted average price line that comes from the day of the presidential election last year, November 5th. Take a look at the price, guys. $320. How about that, huh? Take a look actually at this. Let me show you guys the watch list that we posted today. Let me see. There you go. Here it is. Take a look at the third entry price of Tesla, guys. $323. Where did this price come from? From the anchored volume weighted average price line that comes from the day of the presidential election. So at $320, guys, as of now, we have the average market participant that started a position on Tesla back on November 5th of 2024. So today, they were tempted in order to close their positions, but they acted as a level of demand rather than a level of supply. This is very positive. And take a look at what happened, guys, once Tesla was able to consolidate above $322. Let me pull up here if my mouse helps me, because I think that I need to replace the battery of my mouse. Hold. Take a look. Let me pull up here the 1 day, 1 minute chart. Take a look. Tesla burst or was able to consolidate above $322, and it exploded to the upside. Look. Almost 2%. $6. An important level. So that anchor VWAP that comes from the day of the presidential election last year could be acting as a potential level of support if we happen to see a retest of $322. It's a level of interest. If Tesla keeps going up, which could be the case because the rollout of the Robotaxi is taking place on Thursday, keep an eye on 336. Over there, we have the 20-day moving average in pink, again, as I just told you guys. So this is a potential level of resistance, of a potential level of overhead supply for Tesla. Say that Tesla recaptures $336 on good volume and momentum. Oh boy. There's more room to the upside here, guys. And if $322 happens to be broken to the downside, I am also curious about a very interesting level on which we have the convergence of the 200-day moving average, 100-day moving average, and the 5-DMA, the 5-day moving average. Take a look. These three moving averages are pretty much coinciding within $305 and $309. It is a $4 zone that I'm thinking could be giving rise to a bounce if we happen to see a test of that zone with no bad news coming out. Because you also have to be aware of the fact, guys, that what happened last week was serious business. So we had Elon getting in a fight, in a public fight, with none other than the president of the United States of America. It's a big deal, guys. So if Trump comes out tomorrow, I don't know, and he says that Elon is crazy, that he will be, I don't know, canceling all of the public, all of the government contracts that SpaceX has and Starlink and so forth, that's bad. That's obviously bad news for Tesla. The ideal scenario, guys, for Elon was walking away from Doge, but in good terms relative to the US government. That was the perfect scenario. It was like a delicate balance that was needed, because it isn't positive for Tesla either. Elon turning Tesla into a political symbol of the Republican Party. That was also negative for Tesla, right? But you guys know the character. Elon couldn't step away from the government in good terms. He ended up getting in a fight with Trump, so that's not a good scenario. So ideally, from a news standpoint, Elon has to remain quiet relative to the spending bill and the Trump drama, whatever. And obviously, we also need President Trump to keep ignoring Elon, right? That's positive from a news standpoint. However, Tesla usually, and this is a concern that I have, guys, and believe me, I've been a Tesla shareholder since 5 years ago. I don't remember one single event in which Tesla has been rolling out products and making announcements and stuff like that has not end up being a sell the news type of event. So I'm concerned about next Thursday, I gotta tell you. Yeah. Would I be buying Tesla puts? I would need this zone to be broken to the downside, guys, between the 5-day moving average at $310 and the 200-day moving average at $305. This zone is broken to the downside, I might be grabbing some Tesla puts, but I'm concerned about next Thursday. Let me take a look at the market structure of Tesla, guys. Let's see, what do we see here? This is a market structure chart. By the way, and this goes for the members of my Patreon. Remember that you guys have this tool available. Okay, so please let me know on Discord if you want to visualize, if you want to have access to the market structure of any given stock. And I will be posting the chart on Discord. Okay, let me know, either me or Naka, which happens to be the guy that is helping me out in order to keep up with you guys' messages on Discord. Okay, take a look at the market structure of Tesla. So on top of this chart, you guys can see the demand, buyers, and at the bottom, the supply, sellers. The demand is going down along with the supply, but we never want to see the demand going down, guys. So this makes me believe that the fact that Tesla recaptures the 5-day moving average, this white line that I am pointing out with my mouse, still need a bit more of confirmation. We still have a lot of sellers in minor time frames in the case of Tesla, and we can actually kind of reconfirm that situation, because the 5-day moving average, again in white, is downward sloping. So we still have to be careful with this Tesla bounce. Big level of resistance at 335. Above 335, Tesla could be off to the races. Potential level of support at 322. Potential. And wow, a line in the sand for the bulls would be this zone between 310 and 305. Below 305, if $305 is broken to the downside, I think that this could become a short opportunity. There you go. So, what happened today with Intel, guys? It went on a tear, right? But I didn't take a look at the technical chart. Let me see, Intel, INTC. Wow, what happened here, guys? This has to be news related, right? No way that Intel went up like this out of thin air. Something happened here. Yeah, something happened here. I thought the test event is this Thursday. Correct. On Thursday, on the 12th. Yeah, Elvis. Yeah. What happened in the case of Intel? Let me see. Intel stock is up. What's going on? Something happened here, guys. Intel Corp's stock push higher despite a lack of company-specific news for the session. Well, apparently nothing happened. You mean to tell me that Intel went up today 8% out of thin air? I don't know. So Intel went up today 7.81%, and it closed the trading session at $22. I mean, this stock has been a disaster, guys. What a disaster. What a disaster. Be careful with Intel, because everyone, so far, guys, there might be an exception to the rule eventually, I guess, but every single person that has tried to guess a bottom here has been delivered a huge and immense pie in the face. Be careful, guys, because this stock is a big loser. Big loser. So, I mean, from a technical standpoint, guys, the only positive thing that I can say here is the fact that Intel today was able to burst above all the moving averages. 200, 100, 20, 50, and 5-day moving average, which happens to be kind of positive, I guess. So maybe a potential process of consolidation above $21 could open the door for $23. Below $22, I would stay away from Intel. I gotta tell you, straight up. Apple Max operating system will drop support. There you go. That's the news. Thanks, Tevan. Awesome. So there's some sort of commercial potential partnership between Intel and Apple. Okay. My operating system will drop. Will drop support for Intel chips next year, making the end of a 20-year. No. It's the other way around. They are ending a partnership with Apple, right? So I don't understand why Intel went on a tear today. Apple and Intel divorcing. It's crazy. Yeah, we got that. We actually got bad news. It's crazy. I don't know. Be very careful with Intel, guys. The vast majority of market participants that have tried to trade Intel have lost money. Be very careful, guys. Very, very careful here. Above $22, maybe the door opens for $23, I guess. But there's nothing positive that I can say here, guys, because this stock is a disaster. Let me see if the market structure of INTC signals something positive. That might be the case. Who knows? We'll see. INTC. Let's go see. And nothing. So take a look. The demand is flat. Sorry, the demand or buyers flat. Remember, guys, this is a market structure chart. So on top of this chart, you guys can see the demand or buyers. And at the bottom, supply sellers. The demand is flat. The supply is kind of going down, so we cannot make any bullish case here. So maybe above $22 with NVIDIA going up and SMH going up, maybe this could be worth a trade. And if $22 is broken to the downside, that's it, guys. Same old situation. This is a garbage stock. By the way, guys, the other day, I was making a list of very hated stocks in the markets that everyone should be staying away from with the members of my Patreon. Yeah, we made a list of stocks that you guys should stay away from. Do you guys want to know what stocks we put on that list? Intel on the top of that list. This is a super hated stock. The other one was what other one is Zoom. Hated. That's a hated stock, guys. They hate it. Pfizer. They hate it. I don't know why. You guys can ask me, well, Alvaro, but what's the reason for that hate? I don't know. But those stocks are historic underperformance. So those are like historic underperforming stocks. Historic underperforming stocks, guys. So let me try to remember. Intel was one of them, obviously. Pfizer. What else? What other stock? Zoom, as I just told you. DocuSign. That's also a stock that no one likes. What else? No, Boeing has been going up. Yeah, Boeing is getting a bit of love. Yeah. What's this semiconductor stock, guys, that works with Apple? Oh, that hated. They hate that stock. Jesus Christ. Now I don't remember the name. Jesus, I'm tired, I guess. So what other stocks were on the list? Let me think, guys. Well, we made a list. So that's a kind of a stock. AMD is kind of getting some love. AMD is advanced money destroyer. No, but AMD has been getting some love. We can actually review it today. So stay away from these kind of stocks, guys. Oh, the other one, Nike. Oh my God, if they hate Nike. Jesus Christ. That is pure hate, guys. They hate Nike. Oh my God. It doesn't matter if we get good news. It doesn't matter if Nike posts some sort of a decent earnings report. Nothing matters, guys. Nothing matters. Those stocks go up, and for the most part, or the vast majority of the time, it's simply a sell to reap opportunity. No, it's not. No, it isn't Skyworks. There's another one. Jesus Christ, I gotta remember now. Hold on, I gotta remember. It is. Oh, Qualcomm. Oh, they hate that stock, guys. Oh my God, it's pure hate. So whenever you see these kind of stocks going up, guys, Intel, Qualcomm, Moderna, Zoom, DocuSign, what else? Pfizer. You have to be very suspicious about those rallies. Very, very suspicious. Because I don't know why. I don't know the reason why. But the markets hate those stocks. They hate them. And this is a perfect example. Take a look at Intel, guys. If we pull up here a weekly chart, take a look at this disaster. This stock is 70% of the highs. 70% of the highs. Unbelievable. And the company is a disaster, don't get me wrong, right? Because in the case of Qualcomm, guys, that's a good company. It's a very good company with a very cheap valuation. Zoom, it's a very good company, and the valuation is kind of compelling. And the same goes for DocuSign. But I don't know why they hate those stocks, because I don't know. Basically, guys, I guess that the answer to that hate is the fact that there is no a sexy story behind those companies. No sexy stories. No sexy stories. So they hate him. They hate him. Apple. Let's go over Apple. Sure. Why not? Okay. AIPL. So you guys saw what happened today. The event was a deception for the most part. This company hasn't innovated in a decade or so. Impressive. So, I am not going to be... I don't want to become a judge of the event that took place today. I just need to take a look at the charts. Or at the technical chart of Apple, guys. The markets didn't like the event. The net aggregate opinion of the markets didn't like the event. So this is not a good looking chart. Apple went up today just a bit, 0.61%. And it closed the trading session at $202.67. And 67 cents. It is trading below the 200, the 100 DMA. Take a look at the slope of the 100-day moving average. The 100 DMA is downward sloping. That implies that it is putting downwards pressure over this technical chart. Apple is actually, as of now, trading also below the 20, the 50, and the 5 DMA. So this is not a good-looking chart. We can make a case, guys, and I always tell you about fat numbers, because fat numbers are very important in the markets. So obviously, guys, $200 is a psychological potential support for Apple. So from $200, it could be Apple could be bouncing back up. But The trade that I would like to take here, guys, would be buyers being able to show strength. I need buyers to show me strength. By doing what? Well, by recapturing the 20-day moving average. The 20 DMA in pink, you guys can see it here, is signaling as of now $204. So a potential process of consolidation above $204 could be attracting buyers into this technical short. That could open the door for a test of $206, which happens to be a previous level of resistance back from early June, back from June 4th. So there could be a potential trade here to the upside. And yes, $200 could still give rise to a bounce if tested again. Because, yeah, it has acted as support on 1, 2, 3, almost 4 occasions previously. So it could be acting as support once again. Why not? But ideally, guys, and you know that I don't like to trade downtrends, and this is a downtrend. This is not a good-looking short. I would rather see Apple recapturing the 20-day moving average and being able to consolidate above $204. Do you think Apple will go back to 195? It's possible if $200 is broken to the downside. Again, a psychological important potential level of support for Apple at 195, $200. Yeah, it's possible. It is possible. Yeah, let me take a look at the market structure of AAPL. Let's see what we see here. AAPL, and let's go see. So the supply is going up. Remember, this is a market structure short. What you see on top is the demand, at the bottom the supply. The demand is flat. It isn't going either up or down. And the supply is starting to rise. This is not a good looking market structure short, guys. This implies that in minor time frames, we have sellers in control of Apple. Not only major time frames, guys, because as you guys can see, this stock is downtrending, but also in minor time frames, and we can make a case that Apple is pretty much trading below or at the 5 DMA, the 5-day moving average. So when I see that market structure short, that reinforces my idea of starting a trade on Apple potentially preferably above $204. But again, this is something that I have told you guys on multiple occasions. This is a very important stock, market cap wise. This is a very important stock inside the S&P 500. So say that Apple is testing $200, guys, and maybe we have the SPY making a test of also a potential level of support. This could be a potential trade to the upside, guys. We could be playing, or we could be trying to take a bounce back up trade with Apple if the SPY, or if we suspect that the SPY is about to find support at a potential level of support. And if that is the case, if the SPY finds support at any given level that we previously spotted, and Apple is testing $200, that could also be a potential situation in order to take a trade with Apple. Yeah, why not? That could be the case. If $200 is broken to the downside, guys, I would be grabbing Apple puts, which I did yesterday, by the way. I did it yesterday. Yeah. I have been actively trading, guys, for 8 years. So, I don't remember how many events of Apple I have witnessed throughout these 8 years, and I don't remember one single Apple event after which the stock went up. Not even one, guys. This is an easy short. And I actually got Apple puts yesterday. This is an easy short. I mean, I shouldn't say easy short, man. Guys, there's no such thing as an easy trade. This is very difficult, to do. But I would say that this is a high probability trade. Let's just put it that way. IONQ. Oh, by the way, no. Let me take a look before going over IONQ. Let me take a look at some anchor VWAPs of Apple, guys. AAPL. I rarely ever, guys, do a technical analysis without taking a look at anchored volume weighted average price lines. So let me display here, guys. Let me see. an anchor VWAP from the last earnings report of Apple. So Apple posted earnings on May 1st. And take a look, guys. If we take a look at an anchor VWAP, at an anchored volume weighted average price line that comes from the last earnings report of Apple, we get an average price of $204. So this is a potential level of resistance, guys. The average market participant that started a position on Apple from its last earnings report has an average price as of now of $204. They are losing money, and most of those market participants could be thinking about closing their Apple positions, breaking even. So this reinforces my idea that above $204, so with Apple consolidating above the 20-day moving average, but at the same time being able to consolidate above the anchor VWAP that comes from the last earnings report of this company, that is the most ideal scenario in order to go on Apple. And maybe puts if Apple breaks $200 to the downside. IONQ. Let's go see quantum computing stuff. It went down today 0.80% and closed the trading session at $39.74. So it's a good looking short, guys. Despite the fact that the 5 DMA is downward sloping, it is trying to flatten out here. It's a bit flat on the 4-hour chart. So I can see two potential scenarios here, guys. Or maybe, let me see. 1, 2. Okay. Three potential scenarios in the case of IONQ. So take a look at the convergence of these two moving averages, guys. The white one, which happens to be the 5-day moving average, and the pink one, which happens to be the 20 DMA. So these two moving averages are coinciding as of now at $39. Important level here, guys. Important level. Yeah. Keep an eye on that level. Say that you see IONQ consolidating tomorrow above $39. This is a situation that could be potentially attracting buyers into this technical short. If that were the case, there's room up to $42.50. If we were able to take this trade the way that I am describing it here, with IONQ consolidating above $39.50, $40-ish, from $40 up to $42.20, this could represent a 6.7% profit trade. Nice. But what about a momentum trade here? Say that IONQ opens or gaps up tomorrow. Why not? It could happen. Take a look at $42.50. This is a previous level of resistance back from early June. So a potential level of resistance that now might be acting as a new level of support. Say that IONQ is able to consolidate above $42.50. This could be attracting buyers here. And I wouldn't be surprised, guys, if we see IONQ pushing up to maybe $45. Yeah, this could be possible. Or, I don't know, if maybe they don't like the CPI data report tomorrow and everything starts to go down, whatever. Say that this potential support zone at which we have the 20-day moving average coinciding with the 5 DMA at $39-ish is broken to the downside. This could even represent a short opportunity, guys. I wouldn't buy puts of IONQ because the implied volatility is very high. Let me see what the implied volatility is at as of now. Take a look at this, guys. So I wouldn't trade this ticker, guys, with options. And none of you should either. Take a look at the implied volatility, guys. 116%, 100%, 97%. So for the most part, there could be some exceptions to the rule here and there. Why not? But I rarely ever trade options on a stock which implied volatility is higher than 70%. Why is it? Because I know for a fact that I am paying a very high price for that option. And I don't like paying high prices for anything. I just don't. Yeah. If you guys go to the grocery store, guys, and you see that, I don't know, a bottle of wine costs $40, and I don't know, Another bottle of wine or of pretty much the same quality, and I would say, I don't know, or of the same kind, let's just put it that way, costs $25. Why would you buy the $40 bottle? It makes no sense. So when you guys see the implied volatility above 70%, you can tell for sure that the market maker is showing you a very high price for that option. It's like buying a flight ticket, guys. So you go to New York and you get on booking.com, whatever. And you see a flight ticket to New York at $500 and with American. And another flight ticket to New York with Delta at $700. Why would you be buying the Delta ticket? It's a flight ticket. Don't you guys think that this makes sense? So this decreases significantly the odds of being able to make money out of a trade. And I know that, and needless to say, guys, some of you guys are trading IONQ with weekly options. That's insane. It's insane. Have I traded IONQ? Yes, on multiple occasions. With what? With shares, not with options. So you got to be careful there, guys. There's a potential short trade here if IONQ breaks $39 to the downside. So as long as IONQ remains above $39, it's positive. I think that situation could be attracting buyers into this technical short. Let me take a look at the market structure of IONQ. Let's go see. And then we can take a look at Palantir, the Messi of artificial intelligence. The market structure isn't looking good, guys. Remember, on top of this chart, you can see the demand buyers, and at the bottom, supply sellers. The demand is collapsing, and the supply is rising. That implies that we have, as of now, potentially more sellers than buyers in minor time frames. Maybe that's the reason why the 5DMA isn't upward sloping. So this is a critical level for IONQ, guys, $39. Critical level for, and I don't think that from an anchored volume weighted average price line standpoint, we have something meaningful about IONQ. I can take a look regardless. Let me see. IONQ. No, nothing, guys. So take a look. We didn't have meaningful potential levels of overhead supply above the current price of IONQ, at which we can tell that we have buyers trapped with unrealized losses. So above $42.40, guys, watch out for IONQ. Okay, let's go see Palantir, bro. The Messi of artificial intelligence. Let's see. By the way, Messi's playing tonight, guys. Flat today, 0.57%. By the way, take a look at this. This is something that I highlighted today throughout the trading session. So take a look. This was our watch list today on Patreon. Look at these, guys. Take a look at Palantir. Take a look at the first entry price, which was supposed to be a potential level of resistance. Why is it? Well, because Palantir opened the trading session between the second entry price and the first entry price of our watch list. This information was posted on Discord at 8:47 a.m. But check this out, guys. The first entry price, $134.55. What was Palantir's today's high, guys? Let me pull up here a 1 day, 1 minute chart. 134.10. $134.10. And mind you, Palantir opened the trading session at 131. How did I know that Palantir was going to go up to 134 and was going to find more sellers than buyers? It will remain a mystery. So It was rejected. It was clearly rejected at $134.50. But this is, I mean, you guys are looking at a 1 day, 1 minute chart. If we take a look at a 4-hour chart, take a look, guys. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this technical chart. I actually made a video about Palantir yesterday. Above the 200-day moving average, which happens to be upward sloping 100 DMA, upward sloping 50 DMA, upward sloping 20 DMA, and above the 5-day moving average. This technical chart is under the total control of buyers. 1,000,000%. Say that Palantir takes out all-time highs, $135. How higher can it go? You guys can set the price. 140, no problem. 145, no problem. 150, no problem. The sky is the limit, guys. This is a very good looking chart. And as you guys can see, take a look. Every single pullback of Palantir ends up being bought up. And I think, and I have watched a lot of Palantir bears posting videos on YouTube. And I am not a fan of the company, guys. Mind you, the valuation is insane. It trades at very high multiples. And Mr. Carp is a character himself. But the story behind Palantir hasn't lost any traction. It hasn't lost any traction at all. That implies that as long as this stock is uptrending, in my opinion, unless something unexpected happens, unless we get very bad news about Palantir that could deaccelerate the story, the sexy story behind Palantir, this stock can keep going higher, guys. You set the price. You go ahead and set it. Am I chasing Palantir at $135? No. I was telling the guys on Patreon today, on Discord, that I was keeping an eye on 125 in order to try to take a trade here, a bounce back up trade. So the 5-day moving average is signaling as of now 128, and take a look at the 20-day moving average, $126. And take a look at the slope of the 20 DMA. It is clearly upward sloping, so I would be a buyer of Palantir near 126, 125. Again, on regular market conditions, okay? Under regular market conditions. This is a very good looking chart, guys. Yeah, so it can keep going higher. Palantir is pretty much trading at all-time high, so we don't have any buyers trapped above the current price of Palantir. But let's take a look at the market structure of the Messi of artificial intelligence. Palantir. Let's go see. Take a look, guys. This is the perfect market structure, guys. Perfect. This is the way that this is the perfect example, guys, of how a bullish market structure chart should be looking like. The demand is through the roof and the supply is going down. More buyers and sellers in minor time frames. So I think we'll still have higher prices on deck for Palantir. And I would change my mind. I don't know if maybe the 20 DMA is broken to the downside. But if that were the case, I wouldn't mind buying the dip here at $117. Yeah. Again, guys, the policy that I have been applying on Palantir is that as long as the story behind Palantir doesn't lose any traction, I am a buyer of the dips here. And I have been doing it, guys. So far, so good. Can't complain about my results on Palantir. Yeah. Uber. Yeah, let's take a look. Hey, by the way, we are, let me see. Oh, an hour in. How about that, huh? Time flies when you're having fun. Guys, and you you have no idea how much I hate making YouTube videos. It is so hard. I just cannot explain it with words. Going live for you? This is fun, guys. I mean, I have to run the extra mile here for you. Why is it? Well, because I am working since 5 a.m. nonstop. When I go live for you guys, I already went live for the members of my Patreon during 7 hours in a row, so I'm super tired. But This is fun because I am interacting with you. Making YouTube videos is super hard. So time flies when you're having fun, even though I have to run the extra mile for you. Okay. Pay attention here, guys. Who could be a winner of a potential deception on the robotaxi rollout on Thursday? Who could be a winner? If I don't know, Elon is a character, guys. Don't be surprised if on Thursday we have like 5 robotaxis, driving around Austin. It could happen. Elon is a character. Oh yeah, we have 5 robotaxis, but Tesla is the future, bro, and we're gonna be larger than Nvidia and Apple combined. You guys know the character, right? Elon is a character, guys. Don't be surprised. I am not making a bearish case on Tesla, guys, into the event on Thursday. I am just warning you guys that I have seen this story before, over and over and over again. Don't be surprised if on Thursday we have 5 robotaxis driving around Austin. Don't be surprised. If that is the case, guys, in my opinion, and taking into account that Tesla trades at what? Let me see. Let me pull up here what's the current forward P ratio of Tesla, guys? Let me pull it up here. Let me see. So what a good deal, guys. Tesla has a forward P ratio of 147. Wow. So the bar is super high for the event that is taking place on Thursday, guys. So Tesla cannot disappoint on Thursday, guys. If we happen to see 5 road taxis driving around Austin, this could be a winner. And from a technical standpoint, this is an easy one, guys. Take a look. So Uber, as of now, is trading above all the moving averages. I mean, almost all the moving averages. Above the 200, 150. The 5-day moving average is starting to rise. Well, it's kind of rising, which is good. But the only moving average under which Uber is trading as of now is the 20. $87.40. Take a look. Which happens, by the way, to coincide with a previous level of resistance for Uber back from early May. Say that the event, disappoints, and Uber takes out $87. I am a call options buyer here, guys, big time, because this could be a winner. So Uber has been selling off on the idea that Elon is going to present a very solid robo-taxi network on Thursday. Good luck with that. So I don't know. I am not necessarily making a bearish case here on Tesla. So let's give Elon the benefit of the doubt. But if Elon happens to disappoint, which sometimes he does, Uber takes out $87 and I am buying call options here. Yeah, I think that all-time highs could be just around the corner for Uber at around $93 approximately. On the flip side, guys, if Elon kills it on Thursday, and we have like 1,000 robo-taxis driving around Austin. Good luck with that again. And if Uber breaks the 5-day moving average to the downside, $85, I mean, this could maybe be a put options candidate. Why not? Yeah, 100%. Let me take a look at the market structure of Uber. Let's see what we see here. The demand and the supply. And the demand. Take a look. The demand collapsed, guys. Remember, this is a market structure chart. What you see on top is the demand, and at the bottom the supply. The demand is starting to rise once again. This is positive, and the supply is going down. Demand buyers, supply sellers. So give me Uber. Uber, come on, take out $87, and I am going all in regular market conditions, obviously, right? Okay. And let me take a look at an anchor V. What we got here? An anchored volume weighted average price line that comes from, I don't know, maybe all-time highs. What are buyers trapped over here? Take a look, guys. So an AV WAP, an anchored volume weighted average price line that comes from all-time highs in the case of Uber, So Uber reached $93 back in mid-May. Is signaling as of now $86. If we reconcile this anchor VWAP that comes from all-time highs with this 4-hour chart, take a look. The 5-day moving average is signaling $85. So the Uber bulls, they have to defend tooth and nail this 5 DMA, 5-day moving average. If that is the case, and when Uber can take out the 20 DMA, I think that we have higher prices coming up for Uber. Yeah. Potentially. Let's just put it that way. Hey, let me do one more stock, guys, because I got to go. I have to do a lot of things here. So Robinhood. So it wasn't added to the S&P 500, but no stock was actually added last Friday into the S&P 500. So Hood went down today 1.21%, and it closed the trading session at $72. 5 DMA, guys. This is an easy one. Above $73, this technical chart could be attracting more buyers into it. Closing candles above $73 could be opening the door for a potential test of all-time highs near $78. And I would be curious, let me tell you about a potential test of the upward sloping or rising 20-day moving average at $66, guys. The slope of the moving averages is very important, guys. When they are upward sloping, they are potentially pushing price up. I would be curious, guys, and maybe a buyer, why not, of a test of this upward sloping 20 DMA near $66. But ideally, guys, and for the most part, I am an uptrend trader. I would rather see buyers showing strength here by recapturing the 5 DMA. If they consolidate above $73, yeah, this would be a very bullish development for Hood. That would be positive. Let me take a look at the market structure of good old Robinhood. And by the way, guys, the stock wasn't added into the S&P 500 last Friday. I think that it will end up being added into the S&P 500. I would say that sooner rather than later. So if you happen to buy calls here and you happen to buy extrinsic value, which most of you guys don't do, and you should do it, obviously, that increases significantly the likelihood, the success likelihood of a trade with options. I think that this could be a big winner, guys. I would say that Hood is gonna that this stock will end up being added into the S&P 500. So take a look at the market structure, guys. Looks great. The demand is through the roof, and the supply is rising, but the level of the supply, even though it's rising, it is below the level of the demand, and the demand is through the roof, literally. So Hood above the 5 DMA, consolidating above $74 could be a bullish development. And why not? Maybe if the stock keeps dropping, I would be curious about the bulls defending $66, which is a level that coincides with the upward sloping 20-day moving average. And I am going to wrap it up, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. An hour and 8 minutes. How about that? Wow, I talk too much. Well, thank you, guys. Go grab a beer. I will see you guys on both Discords tomorrow. Our new Discord in English, and Chris, my friend Chris Saint's Discord as well. And thank you. Thank you. Remember, for those who are interested, in the description box of this video, you guys have the link of our new Patreon in English that you guys told me so much to start. So I did it. And thanks. Thank you, guys. I will see you guys on both Discord. On both servers, I should say. Take care. Bye. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Cheers. I gotta grab a beer.